Well, good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. We're not the phone dead too, but we're going on in studio today, right? Welcome to Under the Radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch. A kind of different thing in studio today. Cricket is live right now, and we ain't get no tickets, ain't like that. But Heavy Duty, what's going on?
Good afternoon to you, David Welch. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to myself, sorry. Good afternoon to Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to the number one afternoon talk show in Trinidad and Tobago. Under the Radar and the fastest growing talk show in Trinidad and Tobago. I must say, Tobago, thank you. Thank you. Have you seen that piece? I break off piece, eh?
I know I'm about to say something.
I break off presentation.
I was now about to say something. I was like,
I forget that even that one day. Yeah. Yes, good afternoon. I want to say good afternoon to my people up there in Tobago, and Tobago was beautiful, a wonderful weekend, Tobago. I must say good afternoon to Yolan, to Miss Mava, Miss oh God. Good afternoon to this guy named Spanner from Charlottesville. Yeah, the man see locked on listening every evening. We man talk about we are big fan by Spanner. You say just big up Spanner from Charlottesville, man. Spanner, big up yourself.
Big up.
And of course, I must big up Marine. Yes, Marine, you did a wonderful job in the harvest. You and your husband Philip. Love all the time.
Philip Alexander.
No. Just Philip.
I know going wrong now. We have plenty children all
right?
over the place.
And everybody of space side. Yeah, man. So, of course, welcome to Another Radar. This is our edition here. So we are something new this evening, David Welch. Of course, you all know cricket is going on the radio, so we just on YouTube and on Facebook. So good afternoon to those of you on YouTube and Facebook. That's why I say good afternoon to those of you locked on in your PH cars and all this kind of thing on conventional radio and thing, because
you can't say
I can't say that now. I feel sorry for you.
Toxic, get rid of these guys.
I feel sorry for my friend who's listening to me in the car and call me on the headset.
Well, she is I show speed on us, so she don't matter. Joking. But yeah, good afternoon to everyone.
Yeah.
Boy, Heavy Boy, we had a week, boy. What today is?
Today is
all right.
Today's Monday.
See, today was we had a long weekend in Trinidad, and I think Trinidad went to the most amount this weekend, boy. But Heavy, I like it or no?
You like what?
You can get my bag for myself, boy.
No, I actually opened the bag to taste it. So I'll get David Welch all the sugar cake and I ain't taste the sugar cake.
You come and say, I get one for you. Now you come and say, no, I get one for you.
Yeah. And then see the other pieces. I was supposed to eat all in that one, you know. Oh, God.
So, right now, it's just starting to be good, right?
Right, you know, it's better on the port before you come back.
The boat port.
Yeah, the guy just selling there too. There's people selling there also.
You check on the new airport?
No, I didn't have chance. I didn't go down. I didn't went up on the airport. I didn't went up on the plane, so I didn't go down by the airport side.
Right next to the port.
No. Actually, no. If you want to go to the airport, you have to drive from Scarborough to Crown Point.
Okay.
Scarborough is where the boat docks.
Not far.
It's not far, but you know, I wasn't driving down there. I was going countryside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you doing in Tobago? What are you doing in Tobago?
I eat, drink alcohol, eat, bathe in the sea, eat again, right? Eat more and eat and drink and come back home.
Song nice, man. Song nice. I had to go to Tobago, man. Anyway, so we had a long weekend in Trinidad. What we had going on, boy? This weekend we had the whole issue with P&M House. We had the Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Philip Edward Alexander. He made a video, I think it was on Saturday or Sunday, oh God, and that was real controversial. And then we have the Housing Development Corporation that went down this thing where Jason De Silva was at. I don't know about it.
That's bad. No.
Put a Spain day, boy.
Where he was running from, Philip?
Yeah.
When Philip tried to talk to him and he running?
Yeah, that video. So
I don't understand why he running.
That video dropped today. Well, yesterday. When it dropped. Yeah, yesterday, last night. And, what else in the news, boy? What he was on your side? Like he was enjoying
I
himself.
wasn't enjoying myself. I didn't know what was going on in Trinidad.
was
And people trying to call me to talk politics. Say, yo. Hello. When I come back.
When you come back.
Yeah.
But it had plenty of things going on by Heavy Well. I'm gonna pull up something here. It feels different than being on the other side, you know. I feel like more prepared on the other side, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But so the coup Heavy, I say you already want to talk about that with the 1990 insurrection.
Yep. You want to talk about that? What
I
happened?
feel unsafe, and if I was on that side, I could have looked this way and see if anybody running in TTT studios and say, all right, I feel I'm a duck behind here.
Why I think most of the time I sit down, so.
So you can see. If you're not safe, you're gonna let me know your hands. You're gonna let me know.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Make sure that door stay locked open for nobody. But talk to us about the 1990 coup, because I saw today the opposition Penelope Beckers did like a 2-second walk with Wendell Eversley.
I saw
the walk.
I saw Wendell Eversley walking on the Eastern Main Road when I was coming home, going heading east to go home with a truck with his voice talking about crime and this and that in the country, and he walking and he have a big Trinidad and Tobago flag.
Big Trinidad and Tobago flag.
Yeah, and I was like, Wendell Eversley going crazy or something like that.
What are they calling for? They're calling for an investigation, an inquiry into the 1990 coup. That's what they're calling for, because I saw PNM Senator, Miss, what she just called herself is Renuka, right? But Renuka is but we on socials only today, huh?
Yeah.
So I could,
That don't mean I could cuss though, eh?
Not cuss. I could go down that road with them now, right? But Renuka, is a PNM stooge that does come out to rile up the scene. You saw her on the political platforms and how she just rant and rave and stuff like that, right? I don't know if you heard this yet, but I'm gonna play this for your heavy duty, and tell me what you think. They calling for an inquiry into the 1990 coup attempt, I think, right?
Uh-huh.
And the PNM didn't do anything for the past 10 years, and Renuka blaming the Kamala Prasad Bissessar-led administration. Take a listen to this. I'll play it on this mic, right?
What's going on?
When you're ready there. You ready?
As the work was going on, there was a call for the implementation of the recommendations of the Commission of Inquiry. The PNM haven't been involved for most of the time in the last 36 years. And as a member of the party, what, if anything, can you say? Firstly, the delay in having the Commission of Inquiry, because he was making that call long before the plan. And now, secondly, for the implementation, which part of it falls under the PNM's.
And this is certainly not an excuse from me, but it would have been one of those pieces that I would have not been intimately involved in, unfortunately. And certainly as an attorney at law, I would not want to speak out of turn. And also, even as a parliamentarian, I would have not been privy to those sittings. It would have even predated my entry into frontline politics. And certainly for the fear of speaking out of turn, I would not be in a position to be able to address the nation as it relates to the status of the inquiry. But what I can say is, of course, if we were the sitting government and recommendations were made, we have, you see, a part of responsible leadership or good leadership is taking responsibility. So I can't sit here as a former member of the government and not of the PNM government and not recognize that if recommendations were made and we did not take the steps then to implement, I can't not recognize that. But there is a new administration now. And I think the time for blame game is over. I think our population is sick and tired and fed up of that same political rhetoric. Well, the PNM didn't do it and they was there for so long. You know, Mr. Mohammed said, or I think it was Mr. Dukaran said, in a democracy, we fight our battles with a ballot, not a bullet. And on the 28th of April, Trinidad and Tobago fought their battles with a ballot. So they are now calling upon that administration that now occupies this house to take responsibility. And taking responsibility is not blaming the PNM. people of this country gave you a mandate. You know, Dr. Rowley always said, when you are called to lead, God damn it, just lead. And I think that's what our nation is waiting for. So while we were in government, yes, I do recognize if the inquiry was not laid, we have our blame to carry. But there's now a current administration who has been given the mandate by the people of Trinidad and Tobago, by citizens like Mr. Wendell Eversley, to do better. And I think all we can expect as citizens of this country is that they will do better, because that's what they promised us, not so?
So, in all retrospect, she's saying, don't talk to we, talk to them. We go take some responsibility, but not on us, it's on them to lead on a commission of inquiry into the 1990 coup attempt. And this has been the rhetoric of the PNM for a very long time, and it falls in line with Maloney, it falls in line with Laventil, and how they left constituencies, how they left their very own constituencies and their very own people. Hear the thing. Before you go into the 1990, this ties directly into how they left their own black people in Trinidad and Tobago. But I turn it over to you, Heavy.
David Welch, forgive me, but after I had such a wonderful and beautiful weekend, why you had to come today, right, for me to play this woman here who clearly is playing politics, right? Conveniently, you don't want the UNC to blame the PNM. Conveniently, you telling the UNC that they need to, the people vote for this or that, do all the job and start playing the blame game and all this thing and all that Charlie that. We don't want to hear what happened before.
Yep.
Do you? They know. And I hate people to say these things. You know why? It means that the PNM must not take no accountability for their actions.
Correct.
Right? They must take no accountability. They're not being accountable. We must not show what they have done or what they haven't done to make them accountable for their actions. We must just hush them out, right? Let it get to it, everything that they did to this country, and we have to try and fix it. We mustn't say, well, all right, the reason why I have to fix it because the PLM broke it. No, don't say that. Say, well, all right, the time fix, we go fix it and hush them out. But broken it, but don't say broken.
Don't say
right?
broken.
And don't say who broke it. Right? Just fix it. Right? But I was on radio. Right? I was on radio in the last 9 years under the PNM, the nice 9.5 years. They kicked me off the radio a couple of times, but when they kicked me off the radio, I went on a social media platform. You understand? I do what is called it in podcast. I do all kind of things to get my voice out there. Right? And right through every day on a radio station, right? I listen to PNM callers calling in and talking about Rishmi and all kind of things, and Right Sport and this and that and Section 34 and they lock up 8,000 black people and Kamla do this and Kamla do that and Kamla. Whole day they're talking about the UNC for the last 9.5 years.
Yep.
How come they wasn't saying, or they don't say, nah, let's just go and fix it, I'll empower now. We don't say about the UNC, we just go and fix it.
Correct.
No, all they blame UNC for the last 9.5 years for everything that's wrong in the country. Rowley come and say, tighten your belt because the UNC thief out all the money.
Everything.
But conveniently, you don't want to hear that now. You don't want to hear what the PNM did. You don't want to hear what it did to this country. How are we suffering out here? And the same UNC who trying to fix it, or they're blaming them for trying to fix it. That making any sense? I said a hogwash. Trying to upset me this day.
I have something for you from your last portfolio now, where it was before. And it's fitting to bring it up today so people can hear, because they're convenient today. And I know you know the difference between the haves and the have-nots, right? And this ties into everything that Renuka talking about Kamala in charge now, UNC in charge now, so it's them to fix it, right? When we trying to fix it, when the UNC trying to fix it, you know what they're doing? They're demonizing it. When Kamala say during the elections that she'll go after white-collared crime, and after the election she going after white-collared crime, who's standing in the way against it? Is it PNM? Who stood in the way against the zones of special
just
operations?
say PNM standing way against everything now.
I'm building it up now. I'm building it up because our people understand the clip are gonna play what Heavy Duty meant when he spoke this time around. You know, the last time around,
right.
What you were speaking about. We have independence coming up. It's the PNM that blocking everything. They say Kamala gonna cancel independence. They're making all kind of nonsense. All to paint the party in a certain type of way. Kareem Marcel tried to do it. The PNM continuously does it. They're good at trying to spread the propaganda. But, Heavy, I don't know if you remember this.
Here what I want you to do. See, not only so black conscious, and they believe in blackness, and others African, all of a sudden they love Africa. And that's my history. That is me. Black people, black power. Yes, I love my black people. But when they get paid, running by the Syrian grocery, and the Chinese grocery, you're gonna be Chinese food. You understand?
Let me pause there because while you say they're running to get Chinese food and they run by the Syrian grocery, you hear what went on over the weekend with that whole Star Sabga issue, right? And you hear she a coolie and this and that coolie woman, this and coolie woman that.
The leak voice. So I couldn't listen there.
Well, we go get it.
I started listening and I said, I can't take it no more.
We go get it.
I started to get headache and all kind of thing.
We go get it. But on your point,
go ahead.
On your point with this, when they talk about we running the, I see Philip Alexander come out over the weekend, and he said because of that you should boycott. We don't care about it right now, all right? But that way he say, all right, we should boycott. Half the black people in Trinidad who don't get a sponsorship from that water company started to buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles of water without even knowing any real evidence in the case. But let's continue.
You're supporting a black brother and them on the side of the road. You're supporting, you walking up Charlotte Street and they go in the market. You ain't buying from them, you want to go buy smart. You understand? You want to go and drink Rituals coffee. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee. Yeah, you want to go to Starbucks and support the white man, but you're so black conscious and your own black people business you won't support. You're running down by the Chinese and them every minute. When they can talk to me, when they talk about black, and when they talk about PNM, PNM is the most anti-black party in the whole world.
Oh, Lord.
PNM is the most anti-black party in the world.
Say it again, Heavy.
I'm going to prove it, tell you. I'm going to prove it, tell you now. Trinidad and Tobago is the only country that have a black prime minister. Linda Mark, stop it there. The only country, and I say it slower, that had a black prime minister running the country, and it had a black power revolution against a black sitting prime minister.
History. And she wanna talk. I was say the man to talk to about 1990 is Heavy Duty and all. Let me open the phone lines.
Those days are spitting venom. Those days are holding no holds barred. Those days. Aggressive like a pit bull. I calm down a lot, man. I be more
no more this.
Yeah. I realize that them days I used to get headache I get off bad.
Well, you know what? 6224911.
We could take calls?
Yeah, we should be able to take calls.
We could okay.
We can take calls, huh?
Yeah, of course you can.
You're coming in the show too?
To do what?
Yeah.
You're too hard.
But I send you the message.
I send you WhatsApp this Sunday. We'll check it out.
6249111, 6249111.
3944911.
All right, those are the numbers to call Trinidad and Tobago. Join in on the conversation real quick. But when you're on social media, and people, I think so. Yeah, when you're on social media, so Radio and Henry. Let me go with the phone lines. Go ahead. You know, I feel to do like on this. Huh?
Yeah.
Take that one.
Caller.
Okay, Davis, you know when I listened to that recording of Miss Agba speaking, right? To her niece on the phone. The kind of vitriolic anger she had, it reminded me like she was foaming in the mouth. And that is the kind of foaming that Dr. Rowley had whenever he was talking about Alan Ramloger or Gerald Ramsey. Because, man, you just mentioned Gerald Ramsey to the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister Rowley, and he would go off. He was like real angry. Oh, my God. So that was a very telling leak of the conversation, because there was some truth that Genevieve Hadid mentioned. She said that they fund the PNM, and that's why I think Mr. Marvin Gonzalez doesn't want campaign disclosure, financing disclosure, and now there is a need now to push that through legislation, and somebody needs to bring it to the legislature, to the parliament, because I found out parliamentarians really can't do that, but we could do it. And ask for campaign financing disclosure, and that will help a lot of people, because if we are voting and somebody else is financing it, they're not representing us, you know what I mean? So, all right, I'll leave it there. Let other people call.
All right, no problem. Thanks so much. She does get a case of... She does get aroused when she called... She can't talk without calling Keith Rowley name. That's she partner. She loved that man so very much. All right, but 622-4911, 622-4911, 394-4911. The phone lines will remain open, my good people. But in the whole, if we switch and we talk about that matter with Genevieve and Star Sabga as well as Dominic Hadid, people get locked up for less, as far as I understand. And Johan still sitting behind bars.
Yeah.
So where all the outcry for Johan's caller?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, look.
Yes, caller.
And you know it's a funny thing, right?
Raise it.
A lot of people, African people, because I'm not to in support of that Islam, the statements we have taken. All the restaurants, all the different shows, all over social media, the praise of she's now part of the 1990s. And that comes along with the yes, what she did have and that Genevieve is now anti-Genevieve. She acronyms.
All right, brother. Thanks so much. I can barely hear you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, we can hardly hear what you're saying.
Baby Jump.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
A quick opinion I'm going to give here, and who vexed lost.
Agreed.
Right?
Go ahead.
But I'm giving my opinion. The sycophants on both sides will hate this.
Oh, God.
But I was there just before. Well, I left Trinidad little bit after 1990. All right? And I said, my country, well, paraphrase it, my country not really place anymore. And here's what it is. You had 3 individuals who were not there at all. And I'm glad I called in on the anniversary of almost at 9/11 of July 27. One of them just coincidentally happened to not be in the parliament.
I wonder who.
The second individual turned around when his wife touched him on the shoulder to wake him up and say, here's what's going on. And what he said, wake me up when it's all over. And he said he went back to sleep. The third individual, now we all know that the Jamaat played both sides, just like certain elements in any political system, right?
Hold on.
What?
Baby champ.
No.
We listen. You're jumping the gun now because we ain't started talk 1990 yet. You
Well,
you said
alright,
you
I'm sorry.
no, you want to start that topic before we started.
No.
But no,
I
well,
thought
then you had
it's blame Mr. Welch. Blame Mr. Welch.
Mr. Welch said
Welch started about
Mr. Welch
1990.
said you want me to talk about 1990. Didn't see one baby chum to call and talk about 1990, right?
I apologize, sir. I will hang up the phone and leave if you want me to.
Nah,
But what you can do after
we
we bring up the topic and we start to talk about it, you can call in right after and we can put in your comments on it.
And I do apologize.
But
But
please-
remember, I get a delayed reaction out on my neck of the woods.
we
All
don't
right.
like all you no more, you know. We
Yeah.
don't like Trump no more.
Oh,
All right, you know what? I guess I'm persona non grata. I guess I call in the arm of the certain Democrat Party. Anyway,
All
sorry,
right, go
I
your
didn't
way,
mean
go
that.
your way,
All
go your way,
right,
go your way.
talk to you later.
Yeah,
All
man,
right.
go your way, go your way. Go your way. Go your way. Anyway, oh God, boy. And what I straight into it, you know, but heavy, we have so much, you know, we are, what's just that? What's just photo?
Mr. Man. Brother man,
Now we're going to the 1990, yeah?
I feel like want to talk about everything in one
But
day.
it's but heavy.
Listen to me. You had to stretch it out. We have a whole week, you know.
The
We can't
problem
talk
was-
about all the topics that you want to talk about
Yeah,
in today alone.
But the problem is you.
How?
You decide to go on a trip to Tobago and cause all this to happen.
How I cause
the
all this to
universe
happen?
don't like to see you happy. You in PNM, sorry, not in PNM, but you in the PNM country so long and suffering.
I rebuke that statement. In
But
the
that's
emergency.
true, you couldn't get
I want you to
water.
retract that statement of Talk
Yeah,
City
hold on.
91.1.
You couldn't
Wait,
get
hold
water.
on. Retract the statement. They see that with the PNM country.
All right,
There is
I'll
not
take it
PNM
back.
country. I rebuke that.
I take it back. But it was, right? You couldn't get water for so long.
Do you mind me now?
You get fired from all kind of radio stations.
What radio say?
Who
Shallow
is
Ministry.
you? Who is you to go on a trip to Tobago? The universe just couldn't see that happen.
Oh, so I must stay on that separation for years, right? And to relax my brain a little bit and go to the people and them. And I want to talk about that in the next hour.
Okay.
I want to talk about Tobago.
All right, no problem.
Right?
Caller, talk to us.
Yes, call on.
Good evening, Brother David.
Yeah,
brother
brother.
Heavy, Trinidad and Tobago. What a mighty God we serve. But
Yes.
the nice thing about it, Wheat Penny, it gets set up by Stuart Young and Rowley to put you to take the hot seat. And you just imagine tooth and nail, Marvin and Penny and all of them fighting, Paris, fighting for something, right? A private businessman where the citizens who vote for them and for goods and delivery services to better their life, they ain't fighting for them to give them that. Put one on one together, I think I'll get 9/11. But the nice thing about it, you see, when people want to play smart with foolishness, just imagine 9 years and 3/4 of budgeted money. Where it gone? What betterment? What investment? What they put to say that they spend the money on? We can't see it. But yet still, they're trying to rally the people and them. They had a wait in Balize House, and a few of the selected few was inside the compound. They're trying to get people to say they signed with them to make political mischief. Because Faris Harari, the diaspora in the Savannah, he said give we a month. So they don't know what they're about. But Trinidad and Tobago, we vote against that and we want betterment. That is why Philip walking through and exposing them in the lack of delivery. Have a blessed evening, brother. I'll call back.
All right, thank
We
you.
have breaks,
You understand, bro?
so-
You have a break?
Yeah, we have it.
All right, so we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back right here on Talk City 91.1 FM on YouTube and Facebook.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, where we tell the whole story.
No, well, I thought
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive.
We have another.
You just, before we come
But
back
since
here,
you come, you say you going to talk about 1990.
To say, you go give it 1990 in 15 minutes. So now I change it to the next hour. You ain't talking 1990.
No, well, since you come, you just want to talk 1990, but you have a whole itinerary and you want to talk about you all over the place, man.
The station all over the place today. Listen, let's talk 1990. All right? Take us to 1990 and heavy duty.
Right. Where's going?
1990.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, let's go 1990. We have 15 minutes.
All right, so
13 now. Well,
okay,
12.
no problem.
18,
we can talk about 1990. First thing first. In order to talk about 1990, we have to go back to 1986. Right? And the reason why we have to go back to 1986 is to see the build up of why 1990 occurred. Right? And for all who don't know, 1990 was the year of the insurrection, or the attempted coup, as people may say, or the coup. Right? Now, in order to, as I said, to talk about 1990, we talk about the build-up. So, between 1981, after Eric William died, and 1984, right, the then Prime Minister at that time was George Chambers. Right? And George Chambers started to implement implement small cutbacks of what the nation was not accustomed to. Right? Also, he started to not do the things that the former Prime Minister used to do. So the former Prime Minister used to come every Christmas and give her back pay. Right? And raise public servant salary and all these kind of things. All the right? Before he passed. And at that time, nobody didn't really knew the financial situation of the country. However, our country was the third richest country in the Western Hemisphere. George Chambers actually bite the bullet, didn't say anything, keep his mouth shut, and this is why I know that part is a cult. Keep his mouth shut and allow, right, his former counterpart or his former colleague, right, to die and left unscathed of all the wrongdoing that was happening at that time in the government. So, in other words, Eric William left the country broke and in shambles. But Chambers said nothing. And in order to keep the country afloat, Chambers started to borrow. With all the people knowing. So he was borrowing to keep up the lifestyle, like somebody broke, but they was rich and they lost all their money, but to keep up the lifestyle, they borrow money to keep the payments on the Rolls Royce, and they borrow money to keep the mansion and to pay the mortgage and thing. But really and truly, they have no money coming in. Right? Country fall into a recession out nowhere. when he started to pull back certain things that the people were accustomed to, they started to call him Duncy. And so forth, this new coalition party called the NAR emerged, right? And when the NAR emerged, they won the next general election 33-3. Right? Only 3 constituencies remain to PNM. Lavantel East, Lavantel West, and San Fernando East, which was Patrick Manning. Everybody went to NAR. Every single body went to NAR. So to be honest, Patrick Manning almost didn't win his seat, right? He probably won that seat about by 100 votes or 90-something votes, and they demanded a recount, and A&R Robinson at the time said, hold on, leave them with that one. Right? Now, when the NAR came into office, that is when we knew that the country was broke. Only when the NAR came, and the country was so broke, it was broke and in debt. Right? The same thing what they're doing today. The same thing what they did back in 1984, or before 1984, between 1981 and 84 or 85, is the same thing they're doing today. Thief out all the money, borrow to keep us afloat until the election time come around, lose the election, and let's let the next party try to fight up with the country
and build it back.
And try to build it back. And so NAR now had to put stringent measures on the country. Now, in order to see what happened, the build-up, you have to understand the demographics of both how the country was locally, the mindset of the people, right? Geopolitics in that time, geopolitics was a huge factor, right? And our economical situation at that time. No, our crime situation at that time. I want to bring crime here. Why? These were the times where cocaine started to hit the streets.
Okay.
Right? This is when when we started to get pipers in Trinidad and Tobago in the late 80s, coming up to the 90s. So cocaine started to hit the street and people started to smoke cocaine. Now the street never used to smoke cocaine before. Cocaine was an uptown thing. Snorting and all this thing was an uptown thing.
Yeah, upscale people.
Yeah, people man only used to, high class people used to know about cocaine, but the ground didn't know about cocaine. Right? Back in those days, everybody used to smoke marijuana and little thing, but cocaine wasn't no big thing. When cocaine hit the streets, it become bad. Right? No, that happening at the time when we hit a rock bottom recession where we had to go and beg the IMF and all these stringent measures as it take place, as they cut back public servants' salary, send home workers, introduce new policies, buy local, cut the importation of food bill, introduce a lot of self thing. We had also become self-sufficient as a nation. Now, just before that, in the early 80s and the late 70s, people in Trinidad was going to America and shop. I'm talking about randomly to go and make groceries and come back. People used to leave on a Friday, jump on a plane, go Miami, pack barrel, pack boxes and send down. And come back to Trinidad the Monday, spend the weekend in Miami, and that's how they used to shop. And that used to like a customary weekend thing. Men on the pod used to bathe down the car with champagne. You laugh. That used to be truth. Because our currency was $2.25 to $1 US. You understand? You hope me eye? That was our currency. We were $2.25 or less than that to $1 US. We were the third richest country in the Western Hemisphere. Only American Canada was richer than us. Right. Think about that kind of lifestyle and then come down to nothing. The people who could have run, which is the people who had visas and then they jump on plane and say we can't take Trinidad, Trinidad gone through. Right? And that was thousands of people. I tell you about almost 100,000 people in the population left the country and went I didn't hear myself in the headphone. You press this.
One,
You
two.
prolong something. Check. Right, I hear myself now. Right. Right? And so, with all that happening, and the country get hard, a lot of people started to turn to crime. Now, this is where the Jamaat al-Muslimin is coming.
Yes, Abu Bakr.
Right? Now, the people of the country hate the government. They regret the vote for NAR. NAR make we lost we work. NAR make we can't eat cornflakes. NAR take with this. NAR take with that. The same thing they talk about Cameron University. NAR move all the program, all the social programs. They had to cut the social programs. They're trying to make ends meet. And the people didn't want to hear is that all that they were going through was the PNM fault. They blame NAR for it. Right? When Robinson came out and said there's no money, he lied. Trinidad and Tobago could never be broke. Right? Eric William tell we have money here, $1 million for each person. Yeah, what I'm telling you, this is what people say, you know. Eric William tell them it have $1 million for each person here. So Robinson lied. Robinson thieving the money. Well, that time Robinson can't thief a cent because he had no money to thief. You understand? And this is the problem. I realize it's a recurring decimal. This is what we're facing now, right? Robinson really bring back the country when he went to the IMF and they tell him to put stringent measures in order to get money borrowed. Because you see, all the people happy we're not going to lend no money because we're all going to pay back. You understand? So when he came up with the value-added tax, but we still have today, it's because of Robinson. And then things started to get a little better. But what happened now? Everybody in the country crying. So everywhere you go, people balling. Every barber shop, every tongue and Woodford Square, everywhere you go, people quarreling about the government. The government. And the Jamaat al-Muslimin at that point in time was really the people, the group of people that a lot of people on the ground feared. So they used to go and raid blocks and things who said because they didn't like that drug block thing and cocaine and so they used to go there like police and raid block and take people and hand over people to the police and things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A militia group.
They were like that.
Okay.
You understand? The late great Yassim Abubakar said that we used to do the show rather in a green van. And go to Port of Spain and National Street and Long Country. Anybody that see smoking cocaine and selling cocaine, they beating them and tell we don't want that here. Right? We don't want no cocaine in the ghettos. Right? And they had demanded a lot of respect on the ground. Right? And being so close to the ground, they used to hear the ground bawling. The pain. We suffer it, we get nothing, we turn hungry. And they used to do a lot of charity too. Right, to respect the Muslim, Abu Bakr feed a lot of people children. Back in those days.
Yeah.
Right? They could have go by the Imam and say, Imam, I have no groceries in my house, I have no milk, I have nothing for my child. The Imam he said, go and get that for them. You understand where I'm coming from? See, the man has a certain level of respect. So when I hear the people crying and they're blaming the government, right? The initial stage is like the government as well being tyranny on the people. And being a militant man from a background of in the police service and all these things, right? He wanted to try to rescue the country. Now, the next part of this is what is really influential. What I just said is what I heard Abu Bakr say with his own mouth in an interview. Right? The next part of this now is what he didn't say, right? But what he implied. But you had to listen discerningly to hear what he said. He didn't say it, but how he said it. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, what it is.
Right. It so happened that suspiciously 2 members of parliament was not in the Red House that day when the coup took place in 1990, right? And those two people was Bazio Pandey and Patrick Manning, which was the opposition leader and a member of the NAR government, but he had pulled away and formed Club 88 with Sunaman and Mirage. Trevor Sudaman and Roy Rogesso. Come here, V. Go in the memory bank there quick. Take out that file and see when they met it. I'll come back to that. Somebody go tell me the name of it. But I forgive me because I'll send me back to 1990. I'll go down in the memory file there. I'll go and pull out some cabinets. Anyway, right. Is Ralph Mirage fine? No. Ramesh. Right. Ramesh Lawrence Mirage. Right. Anyway, they weren't in Parliament that day, right? And one will say, how come? Because that day they had important bills to pass. That Parliament sitting was very important. And normally they do come, but they weren't there that day. Another thing, it's alleged that they were in cahoots with that situation because they themselves wanted to remove the NAR so that they could now come together and run the country therefore after that. Right? So the Jamaat al-Muslimin, because of the cry of the people and whatever support that they got, right, decided to overthrow that then government, right, which was the NAR government, and allow for somebody new to get in power.
Well, the piano again.
Now, hear me out here. The question about this is, and this is where we are at the point we're thinking, Caps. If you already run into the Parliament, capture the then Prime Minister, the Attorney General, and Minister of National Security, all these people was in Parliament. You came here to TTT, so you had the media platform, right? And basically, you had the country under siege. You could call the shots. Then why did you relinquish the power? Right? He said in the interview that he thought the people would have come out and rally around the movement. Right? Like what they did in Cuba for Castro. Because when Castro overthrew Cuba, a lot of people stormed the parliament and stormed the president's house, and because revolution. You understand? But in Trinidad, the people didn't do that. They went and loot. You understand?
Yeah, got TV, right?
Yeah. When Trinidad, when the coup started, people wasn't studying to go and fight the power and run in the parliament and take over and run in certain places and go government institution and a complete. You understand? Yeah. They just went and break stores in town and start a thief. They won't go and start a thief. Some
people said was the best day of their life.
Yeah. People that started loot. Right?
Microwave, headset.
So then when he realized after the second or third day that it didn't happen how he expected, I think this is what he said. That's why he surrendered. And then in the chaos of people running up and down the place and looting and thing, because the protective services was all over the place also.
Hold on, now we had a break.
You got for a break? All right.
Yeah, break for NSB.
All right. Okay.
No, we can take a break and then we can take a break for NSB. All the wicked boy. Just talk, right?
Okay, so we're gonna take the break for the play and we're gonna come back after the break, and we're gonna continue the conversation.
And the news, yeah, man.
All right, cool.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sarah, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive.
All right, Trinidad, Tobago, welcome back. All right, so all of you on the live stream, welcome in under the radar. We're only streaming the show live on social media today, and we're talking about the 1990 insurrection. So let's continue, right?
So let me continue. So the support of the people weren't there as they would have expected it to be when things like these happen in another country. And at the time when they were on the ground, they had a lot of support. So they're thinking that all these people and them, we're not typical that, yeah, you don't know, you see me? I coming out there. And after that, not me, no.
Nobody.
You understand? Pull her mouth, pull her back, but no bite.
Usual thing.
Right? And then, what happened then, after the aftermath of the 1990 coup, came the case and all this thing. But I don't want to go too much into the legal aspect of what happened after that. I want to more stick to the political situation that happened after that, because what happened after that, after 1990, I think the following year was an election year. Right? And the PNM won, of course. The PNM won reasonably, of course. You don't need to play it. Right? And
how much seats?
It so happened that the Baggio Pandey UNC became the opposition. Right? In that election. And I only ended up with 2 seats, which was in Tobago East and Tobago West.
So,
right?
So still Tobago saw through all
Tobago saw through. Remember, Trinidad was the one who more or less had all the thing going on in Trinidad. All the bacana was going on.
They blame the NER for it, but Tobago saw through all that smoke screen.
Let me tell you something about Tobago people, and that's why I wanted to talk about Tobago in this hour. But I'll just mention it here now, and then I'll go back to it. Tobago never really was PNM, right? And the NAR, right? A.N.R. Robinson was a born Tobagonian. He did a lot for the country, for the island, right? He fought for what they have now, which is THA, which is Tobago House of Assembly that they have now. But that wasn't supposed to be the Tobago House. He was fighting for autonomy, right? Eric Williams said yes, and then went and changed it and put it how it is now. So you get them instead of having Tobago like how like just another a branch of Trinidad and Tobago, was just another constituency. A.N.R. Robinson was came up with the plan to give us autonomy, to give them autonomy, right? And to remove the formal the aspect of how they had it, right? Eric Williams, when he sent it for him, when he sent the paperwork, we were the part for them to release Tobago for the Tobago to be his own self-governing body and thing, whatever the case would be. Eric Williams changed it and give them a little more power with the assembly, right? But not the same as being a self-governing state. You understand?
So it's a war on Trinidad.
Yeah, you understand? And at that time, where they got a little more. So now, the central government, right? The vote for the own representative, but Central still control everything. Right. You understand? And that is what happened, right? And they had loved Ian Robinson for that in Tobago. That's why they wasn't going to name the airport after him, Ian Robinson International Airport. He's the only government was the only government that really had no corruption on him. To say that they interfered with money and all this thing, because first they had no money to thief, right? And you have to give them credit. Now we see what they did is what bring us back. But at the time, people did practically hate NAR and hate Robinson and all that thing. In Trinidad, not in Tobago, right? Because Tobago wasn't getting that anyway from the PNM because was just like Tobago. Yeah.
You think that history because you visit, and I know you're not talking Tobago, right?
I was talking Tobago, but after this.
But you think that history the Tobagonians see, and that's why they really not going back and forth with PNM and any other party?
Let me tell you something. Tobago people are proud people, right? And they're very close-knit, right? Your last one, that's how it is. You understand? There are different level of love in Tobago. A totally different way of thinking. Yeah, we in Trinidad can't even. We ain't reached that level yet. I telling you, we know we're close to that level. How these people is operating and think, right? That's why I love there, right? But when I reach Tobago, I would talk about that. I want to continue with here in the political side of Trinidad in the 1990. So after that, as I said, Tobago, they won the 2 seats in Tobago, so they're still in the parliament, but as an opposition part of the parliament. So now the parliament have 3 oppositions: UNC, which should make up the majority of the opposition, ENAR, and the PNM had the majority of the seats in that government at the time. Right now, I want to tell you this here. I want people to understand something. Prior to 1990 insurrection, right? The 1% that we know now, right, wasn't the 1%.
You're going fine.
I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago this. Before 1990, that coup insurrection, right? The 1% that we know today as the 1% who controlling the majority of the businesses in the country.
Yeah, and everything. And who she attacking? Go ahead.
They didn't exist as any major financial factor in the country at that time.
So they didn't own everything.
They didn't own much. What they had was the clothes stores and them on the Queen Street. And a couple of restaurants in Port of Spain. But after the coup, and most of the businesses burned down, a lot of people just lose money. I don't think it had insurance and things that time for business, but they ended up with a lot of prime real estate in the capital.
So let me ask you a question and have it. I'm gonna wrap up my Tobago snack, eh? Sweet, you had to eat it in phases, boy. So let me ask you a question, have you? Because while it was in Tobago, that kind of came up, all right? Because there's a lady, and you didn't listen to the voice, and you say you couldn't listen to that. I
started listening to it, and then she started to go down that road. I couldn't finish listening to it. And then she go for a whole 60 minutes. Who listened to whole 60 minutes of that crap?
It was interesting, boy. But listen, we seeing, you could see patterns, familiar patterns as to how things were back then, and to see that they're trying the same tactics all over again. Yeah?
Politically,
right? Not the whole
thing. Go ahead.
Politically, the same type of things.
It's the same tactics, yeah.
Lovely, because some people believe, and I think that's kind of where you're alluding to a little bit as well, that the coup was politically motivated as well.
It is suspected to be. It's alleged the undertone, and this is what I'm saying, the secret meetings nobody knew of. And the secret meetings, right, you had to watch who benefited after.
Lovely. Because the question is this then, because now 2026, fast forward to D, you have now Kamala Persad-Bissessar in governance, right? And you have Kamala Persad-Bissessar that is fighting against the same elite eater food 1% so claimed.
Yeah.
You also have Kamala Persad-Bissessar taking very harsh measures for Trinidad and Tobago. Not as harsh
as before, yeah.
For sure, not as harsh as back then, but you know.
Yeah, but measures have to be taken place in order to fix what happened.
Of course, we could, according to some black people, they could allude, you know, CPEP and URP to the VAT. Apparently, I don't know, right? But those things are taking place. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, so the government intercepted a phone call, right?
That was a phone call or a voice note?
A phone call. Which Ryan was uneased.
Right.
But she intercepted, or the government intercepted a phone call that led to this whole arresting, blah, 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 right? The question really is whether or not, it slipped my mind, but it slipped my mind for a good reason. But whether or not, how to put it, boy?
Well, I'm not if they was trying to instigate another insurrection.
Well, they can't do the insurrection because it was mentioned.
I want to tell you what the plan was. I could tell you exactly what the plan is.
Say allege.
Well, I not saying allege. I know.
God. You're going to give me the disclaimer.
Right?
After.
Give me the disclaimer after. I go tell you what the plan is.
Go ahead.
Right? The plan is first, use media, both print, visual, and social, to discredit everything the government do. Right? Bring the government to its knees. Blame them for every single thing that is happening, even though it's not their fault. Right? And then they were going to use crime, right, as the main factor, right, by supporting the gangs financially, right, so that they could build their weapons and whatever and thing, and the crime situation will get so overwhelming, right, that the government would not be able to deal with it because they already had the last government, they couldn't deal with it. Right?
Deliberately, that is.
Deliberately. Yeah. They're going to do that deliberately. Right? Create chaos to destabilize the government. Right? As much as they could. And then force the opposition to get the government to go back to the polls. And tell the people to rise up now. And say, we're fed up. They said, I'll go and do this and then fix it, which is what they started doing. Right? The media is working. Right? What did they cater for? Was that this government kept the SOE. And they kept it long. So
you think that was deliberate?
Listen.
Go ahead.
What did they cater for? They didn't cater that this government would have kept the SOE and kept it for so long. Right? So the factor of crime is concerned cannot break them now. You understand? So they're looking for other alternatives and other means. Right?
The whole US
but the whole thing is about trying to destabilize this government with propaganda. Right? So that this government will not look good. Right? And if all else fails, then they reach the drastic.
Then you're raising the question why no other party ever run Trinidad and Tobago? Because if you raise the NER, how long NER run for?
Well, they run the full term, but just that 1990 insurrection make them lost because everybody lost.
Never again.
That was it. They never had that.
So that begs the question because they tried to do that with UNC as well, But I mean,
no,
especially for Kamala.
No. I want you to understand something, David Welch. Right? And this is what's going after 1990. Right? The three governments that was running the country, the three parties that was in parliament, right, was the PNM, the UNC, and the NER. Right? The UNC and the NER was opposition, and the PNM was the country. Right? When PNM lose the election in 1986, that party was broke.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. PNM was broke.
In 19... But they were broke before they come in. Go ahead. Right? Okay. In 1991, 92 election, 91 I think, and 92 election. Forgive me, people, they only like to pick and choose things. They had the largest and one of the best campaigns ever. And one had to beg the question, where they get that money from? Right?
Seems like a question everybody asking these days, but...
Right. No, those days people never used to question.
As you said on our show,
it
wasn't tracked. The finances wasn't really tracked.
No, it wasn't tracked. Right? And they were able to win that time. Then the following year, the following election, UNC won. That when Pandey won. Right? And then it came close again. And then it had and somebody else to choose. You understand? It was a deadlock. And the Prime Minister, the President at the time would put that A.N.I. Robinson, he became President, but after he resigned and retired, he became President, and then he decided to put back PNM in power, whatever the case would be. But but those days I'm talking about there, the key thing you had to look at is not the politics. It was who was really running the country.
Okay.
Right? And a lot of us thought Patrick Manning was running the country when he was the Prime Minister.
But it wasn't Patrick Manning. Because I hear the story about he having to go up. Go ahead.
You're jumping the gun.
Sorry.
You need to understand, after 1991, before that, it had no 1%. Caribbean SAG was two separate companies. You understand? A lot of businesses was still run by East Indian businessmen like Amar and Kupulani and all these things. Right. You understand? These were the big boys.
Yeah.
But after they lose a lot of money because of the coup. A lot of people, investors, and then left the country because of the recession, and people had no money, and a lot of business was hard. Right? So when that whole thing crashed after the coup and all them places burned down in town, the half a tongue burned down and everything, the rise up from the ashes was the people who stayed and who had influence. And the problem wasn't, the issue was not who was in power, no, but who was influencing the power. And who ended up now owning half of Charlotte Street, the whole of Henry Street, prime real estate on Frederick Street, who build malls, who started build this, who started build shoe store, who started build clothes store, who started bringing this, and who started control, and they started bringing cars, and they started bringing and control this market, and control that market, and started bringing the food and beverage market, and then they buy Caribbean and they buy Star and merge it in one.
But before, hold on. I have plenty of questions.
Because all these things happen after coming down the road now.
But leading up to that, because you mentioned with the coup that two people wasn't there.
Right.
Particularly one from...
Right. Either or, right.
Lovely. Right.
And then they two end up coming to be one the Prime Minister and one the opposition leader.
Correct.
Yeah.
They come back.
So one begs the question. That's the conspiracy there. Was it that, and we're asking here, was it that they were in cahoots with the Muslimin to overthrow the country, to discredit to make the NR look bad, or ungovernable, make sure they can't govern the country properly, make the country ungovernable, so that they can come out on top? And if it's that, it's a very strategic and perfect and very good move politically.
Yeah, strategic, real strategic.
Yeah,
look,
right?
Look who we
but the
now.
question is, who was financing it?
And then Boubacar take a little fall, he barely even get jail time. Something like that is life. Going too far.
Right? You're going too far. Right? So all that is what was going on at the time, but what was not being said and what wasn't spoken and what we don't know today is what they want the commission inquiry behind.
Oh.
Right?
Oh God! Hey, that will change the landscape of Trinidad,
But not really. To me, it's far too gone.
Okay.
You know why? Generations of people who was there, right? This generation don't even care. Even know what going on in 1998. You know what? You didn't care what you want to know what on there. Yeah, but will it change the price of peanuts now?
Nah, boy.
At the time when they were supposed to do the commission inquiry, is when the people who knew what went on and who was passionate and wanted to find out what already one day, right? Most of them done die out already and leave the country and all these things. You understand? Me with my young stupid self at that time and didn't know what was going on like that. You understand?
You was alive, or? You was alive?
Yeah. You didn't born yet. Yeah. But I was 11 years old.
You was 2 years old? Is that baby?
Yeah, I was 11 years old.
You was 11?
Yeah. Right? But I didn't know. Oh God, you're not dreaming. Right? But what I'm saying to you is, what I learned is from not me 11 years old. I wasn't studying politics and who just going with my experience with my brother and I'm coming home with things from.
You went on loot?
I never went on loot. I was 11 years old. Why do you know I can't go outside after that?
Okay.
My big brother and them used to, them had can things, so them bring back things. You understand?
Your family went on loot?
Not my family, my brother and them. And they was in the teenage years. They were 19 and 21 and think they had vehicles, they had can things, so they were more free than me. I was where you going? You better sit down and pass a little bottom inside it.
It wasn't scary?
It was scary because this is the first time these things like this happen in the country.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm telling you, before that, Trinidad was like paradise, you know. But here I put it. It's like you have a uncle, right? And your father died and leave an inheritance of millions of dollars for you. But you don't know that. But your uncle in charge of your money until you reach of age.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But he buying little thing for you. He getting your money to go to school. And you feeling good. Uncle come like heaven to you. Uncle is anything you want, uncle buying it. You want to buy it for Christmas, he buying it for you. But you don't know uncle giving you your money. He buying it with your money. That's your father leave for you. That's not his money. But he's not telling you that.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah.
So uncle feeding you, uncle clothing you, uncle thing, and you thinking, well, my uncle really love me, but I love my uncle. My uncle buying this, my buy for that. But your uncle giving you your father money, that is your money. And the uncle never tell you money. He never tell you the money is your money. He make you believe that it's his money. And he doing that for you. And if you question him, you're ungrateful. Because look what I do for you. Right? But you don't know it's millions your uncle have for you. You understand? You don't know that. And you grow up now believing that your uncle is this great person. Right? And then somebody come and tell you, your uncle is a tyrant.
You would never believe.
You will never believe. You're mad? You can don't even talk my uncle.
It's just some big stone in your head.
And that is what Eric William did to Trinidad and Tobago. Eric William have billions pack up there. And every Christmas, they want back pay. Look back pay. Yeah. Oh God, you love me.
We could have be a little mini Dubai, boy.
Mini?
We don't have to be working so hard on TTT.
Listen,
joking.
Not no mini. Dubai would not have nothing on us.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm telling you? If we had good leadership, right? This country, right? The paradise that we call it, brother, we had more money than Dubai.
That's true.
I ain't talking shopping, you know. Dubai,
no,
Dubai. If you check Dubai wealth from when they had oil and gas, so our wealth when we had oil and gas, and you compare the numbers, we quite happy and Dubai still here.
People ought to understand, as you just said, the third richest in the Western Hemisphere.
You see, not knowing and not really getting to finding out what really went on, right? And you being deceived. That is the greatest failure of human beings, right? Because here what happened? We clearly was left to be just smart enough to vote, right? And dumb enough not to ask no questions.
Very dumb to question.
Right? And there are people still here, no matter how educated they is, still like that. Right? Our education system is the worst, you know. It's segregated, one, and it's segregated by class, not by race. It's segregated by class. And secondly, it is designed to keep a demographic of people enslaved, the mind enslaved. Think about it. We're the only country in the world that had half-day school, secondary school.
Oh, really?
You see that junior sec? That we had for years until the UNC come and say no more that junior sec thing. Half the school, half people go to school from 7 in the morning to 12 o'clock, and then the next half go from. That create criminals. When you finish school 12 o'clock, where you going? What time your mother coming back home?
After 5 sometimes. 4.
Okay, so what you doing all that time? Playing the fool. But the other parent now the evening shift. When the mother leave home 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work. That after the morning, what they doing? Playing the fool. Right? And if you watch the statistics show based on education, right? You cannot give people 3-4 hours of schooling and then send them home.
That sounds like a slave plantation, man.
But no, listen, first, the whole education system is actually slave. The education system, the only system in the world that never really changed, you know. Right? If you watch when education was born, and this is going on back here, not far. In 1936, Rockefeller designed the education system that we have now, that we still have to this day. It's to program somebody to stay in an institution, give them a break for a break called recess, and give them a lunch break, right?
And back to work.
And then back to work.
And then you go home.
And then they go home. They're really setting you up, your mind as a child, to get into a workplace situation where you're going to have the same thing. So you will get conform to that situation.
Yeah, you stay there
right?
for the rest of your life.
Now, if you watch a car from 1936 and I watch a car from 2026 and the car improve, and cars improve with air conditioning and music and sunroof, cars electrical now, car parking place, everything.
Yep.
The same education system we have to this day.
It's still there. Yeah.
Go up, put children in a classroom and put books in front of them and write on a blackboard. How come education never enhance
in Trinidad?
In the world?
Well, yeah.
You still have to get up and go in a classroom. Even if there are computers in the classroom, you have to go in the classroom. You still have to spend a certain length of time in an institution. That's why most scholars self-teach your children or get tutors to come and teach your children or put them in private schools. And you know them private schools, them big shot people school, them private school. You know what they teaching them there?
You will? Well.
In a private school, where they call a boarding school, where you got to put big money, you live in your mother and father's house and live in there. No?
Yeah.
They have music, they have sports, they have golf, they have race car, they have this, they have that, they have everything. You feel like come and just teach them as an English and they just say, no! They're trying to find your talent. You understand? They're trying to find your enough what you good at.
In all fairness, for Trinidad, I remember
education is to keep you institutionalized.
Yeah, but during ironically 2010, 2015, right? And there's most of extracurricular activities I ever do in school, you know. And then after 2015, all that was done, you know.
Why you think they move vocational
studies
and only theory? How you doing maths, English, social studies, thing. Why there's no woodwork, metalwork, plumbers, on that? You know why?
Most of those things were cancelled.
You know why?
In school.
Because they realize when a man learn plumbing, or he learn electrical, or he learn woodworking in school.
Before you go there, there's a real story, yeah? In secondary school, that was cancelled, you know.
Yes!
I remember. I'm not joking with you, yeah? We had a woodworking class, and we were supposed to go and do SBAs on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we were told the class get shut down.
Yes!
I'm not joking with you. And that if we wanted to go and do it, we had to go and do a trade when we finish to learn it.
Just stop it!
I was surprised, but
I'll get me emotional here now.
Okay.
Listen.
That's crazy.
The reason, and that didn't just stop here, it's the same reason why they close on the stop it in America too, you know. They realize when a when a man learn a skill, even if you don't know how to read and write, right? That skill could empower him. Think about it. If you empowered and you could build for yourself and you could build cupboards and wardrobe and all kind of people calling to do kitchen and all kind of them, you need to come and work for me. You need to go and work for the 1%. If you could run pipe as a plumber or run electrical or build house, use your own entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You're not gonna work for nobody. The idea is too much of us was getting to be empowered. And they need us to come and work in their shop because they're expanding, they're building companies, and who gonna get to work for we? Keep them down so that they can work for us and give them basic skills. Maths, English, and social studies, and 4 passes and 5 passes to go and get a job. What do you used to tell you? Where parents used to tell you? Get your passes to go and get a what?
A government job. Well,
most likely you ain't gonna get a government job.
You work KFC.
You ain't gonna get no government job. You're going in one of them restaurant,
yeah,
or you're going in one of them factory.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and that is what they want.
Slave work.
The more of us empowered with skills, what's gonna happen to us? We're gonna rise up because we don't need the money.
You work better, yeah.
Understand what you pay them what do it to the people in this country. Only understand what I'm at, understand it. They're getting richer with we labor.
Yeah, I agree.
I you see the show?
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
I feel like going home now. I go home. After I come back from the big one, feeling so well. I come here and all I have to understand, there's a plan for everything that's not been done just so.
Yeah.
Don't get twisted. Right? They come and they say, hey, it's the education system. Too much of them coming up plumbers and mason and carpenter and thing. Right? We lacking people coming for jobs. How we going to fix that? You see them vocational thing and them school teaching them what to do and that? Forget that. If they want to do that, they want to pay to do it in John Dollison Technical Institute down there. Right? Where the parents know the parents have the money to send them that.
We go get them a trade but teach them the basics.
Right? And then what? Instead of 5 O levels, they'll come for 3 O levels. They'll come for 3 O levels. Right? And instead of giving them CLT 1, 2, and 3, we have basics now. So if you remember only 1 and 2 could be passed, they bring it to 3. Why you think they do that?
Yeah, they bring it 3 and 4 is a pass now, right? Just 3.
Just 3. They bring it down to 3 because they realize not much of them going to reach 2.
Yeah.
And the 1.
Yeah.
So bring it down to 3. You understand?
Yeah.
And then it have basic now. And if you get basic, we go still pull in. It's on basic again. The cut it out. Very good. Right? Think about what's going on now, man.
Yeah.
All I understand is this system. Why do you think I be talking constitutional reform?
By the PNM system.
Brother. I don't want to go down. I go down a rabbit hole here now. Remember we were talking about 1990. You'll send me down the rabbit hole. And I know people watching people on the live, they know what I'm talking.
I'm gonna pull you back up. I
know some people want to call in and talk about this.
Okay, but before we go there, we had to wrap up the
you wrap it
cool.
You wrap it up.
So I'm pull
me back in. I went down in the rabbit hole. You send me down in the rabbit hole.
Wheel it, right?
You understand?
to tie all of this straight into the 1990 coup, that insurrection. Well, we passed 1990.
We passed that.
1992.
So after that, the politics, because I was showing you now how the politics now and big business come together.
Yeah.
Right? And transform now to what we have today. Right? So the questions of the commission inquiry, right, now into what happened then, to me, it really matter again, because the damage already done. Right? Water under the bridge, even the great Yassim Abubakar passed away. Right? And who we doing the commission inquiry for, really? Who we doing it for?
You make off?
You know. Something, when it touch that, it is just, right? So this is the problem we have. So that was just the history, right? And some things I didn't really go into, because I try to keep my little walk on the radio now. When nobody call the bosses and say, "We talking there?" You understand?
Yeah.
Right? There are a lot of questions, as I say.
Too much.
Right, and but just watch the outcome, and the questions go basically answer itself in your mind. Now, when the late great Patrick Manning, right, one of the only PNM leaders I has respect for, even though I don't like the party, what I respect him for, when he realized, yes, now I can't do this no more, right? And then when we get a nice we get a little oil boom now, boy.
Yeah, sir.
You say what? I go and fix my people and them. I go and fix. You see that Avanti there? I go and tear it down, and I go and build condos and take my people up on the hill there, right? And I go and empower my people, right? And he started the launch of he gave the Eastport and Spain Development Company teeth and said, "One project, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to do this, and that." And all what he had planned to do for the people, for the same people, finally somebody in PNM decided to go and do something for black people. You know what they do? They call him in a meeting. We take all everything that meeting went.
Don't do that.
You mad or what? What you want to do? What? Now you're curious in here. You forget what we do for you. You understand? You can't get a little money now. You feel that when you build the waterfront and had big construction boom and all these things was building all across you. Who you feel? No, I tell you, who you feel was running the country? After that happened, what happened? You know what happened? When he tell them no, they bring in the minion. And who's that minion? In the same party.
The backbencher?
Correct. He started to make noise because the called and say, hey. And he and 3 other people, you know, go tell that story? Gladiator had a clip. We just talking about them, where they went and talk, and what they said they want to do, and they tried to undermine Manning. And the man had to put him in the back bench. He started getting bad, and he started talking about Manning, and he had big in the court and all kind of things. What they exposed everything all of a sudden from within there. The same man who talk about constitutional secret. He talk about constitutional secret now, but back in them time, he fighting down Manning, cooking everything. What going on to bring him down? He got a hack man job.
Well, they hand him the reins of the country.
But he get a hack man job to discredit, and using the same media that they own to discredit the man, bring him down. And then he was going to Parliament to file a motion of no confidence. And he had other ministers who's part of the party and was gathering support. Yeah.
I know that story.
To undermine the Prime Minister. And who tell me this?
Gladiator?
No. Oh. The Honorable Karen Nunes Chishera tell me this in an interview.
Okay.
She knew what was going on because Manning and she was good. She said they went to undermine him. You understand? They were undermining the government from within. The UNC didn't do PNM nothing. All the bacchanal was taken back. All the mark was busting about Collard and church and all these things. Who if he was busting them at UNC? It's what it's in them PNM. Boy, you're getting tap, yes? But obviously we got it. Whoever was throwing out it, if we get information, we go take it and run with it. The UNC take it and run with it. But that all them information was he went and built church and he do this and he do that. You understand? Remember at that time he was in opposition. You understand? But he was being fought from within. And when that vote of no confidence was going to be filed, he said, well, hear what? If they file a vote of no confidence and members of his party is going to vote against him, he said, well, let the people decide and call a snap election. Instead of God like that. You understand where I'm coming from?
And the people vote against him.
You know why? Because the propaganda machine was not on his side no more. Because remember, he gone against the 1% media. The people was in control. Remember, they control the media. They were telling who control the media, control the minds of the people. Right? The people and them, you remember picture that they're stupid, don't do research. So when they hear, they're like back at that, right man, and then people boo the man and run the man when he come to body say house.
And then
right?
the zombie.
And well then that's our next part. The zombie is our next part. But at that time, Rowdy started building momentum. You understand? They started pushing him as the golden boy up in front. You understand? He could be the next leader. He could be the next leader. You understand? So when after that election, right? And Manning lost the election, and UNC came in, right? The PNM, what's called them? I don't even like to talk about the PNM. The internal. They had the internal elections and the committee, not the committee. They call them the what by?
Or the council.
The council, general council, whole big election, and they say this and that and that, and they say the people, the PNM people who were manning again, and the choose Rowdy as the leader. You understand? But all that.
Hold on, because
all you want to ask David Welch, not what was happening, was who was pulling the strings.
But we get to a point here now in this story where the PNM is willing to ride out the opposition.
The rather remember, not the PNM, the puppet masters.
Okay.
They didn't want him, which was Manning, to take care of people. Leave Lavanti and beat them and see lots and the people let them suffer. And Rowdy get a mandate. If you even try to do what he was going to do, you're going to end up like him. That's why he don't care. He don't care what the people do up there. Let them care all of that.
I might have no 2020 vision.
What vision 2020? But for them, we going and eat. You understand? Leave it like that. You realize
no
what
growth for
watch out, the man didn't just want to touch black people.
Yeah.
You feel Rowdy come and walk like and tear move. You crazy? Man, and you say walk all up there. Why I think people like Twiggy and them switch because they don't understand what happened. David, let me tell you something. I see last man. Let me go far. Let me take a call. Let me get some calls.
Give me a disclaimer.
Give me a disclaimer because I talking things here and I know people who don't know.
Give me.
You understand? But I just want
Views or opinions expressed are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
But most importantly, them people willing to wait out in opposition. So happening now, right?
Let me tell you something. I'll go and tell you this. One of the best government that ever ran this country, right, was the NR. And I'm going to tell you why. To take a country that had nothing and bring it back, right, you had to be doing something good. And the second best governance we ever had was between 2010 to 2015. Right? It's the second best government in we time it ever had. When I tell it ever had, where things was happening, schools was building, hospital, this, that, roads, blocks, fixing in the country. Things. If we had another 10 years of Cameron, that people's partnership, but China gone clear already. We'll reach somewhere. Right? The problem with Trinidad and Tobago is two things. Racial, right? And we stupid.
Take the call. 6224911.
No. Forget to say the stupid part. I'll tell you why we stupid.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you why we stupid. The race factor is known because of where we come from and where we grew up and what's taught us as children and what's told us and what's fed into us as a narrative. We have no control over that. The second part, the stupidity, comes with what we like to take when we hear talk. We like to take chain up.
Yeah, and we run with
the one thing these people and them know they have over us. We like chain up and we like bacchanal talk. So everything that was said negative, we like that. We don't like to hear positive talk.
Yeah,
we like bacchanal. So all they know they have to do in the media, get them bacchanal. Right? Get them rich me, get them live sport, get them this and get them that and get them
eat that and believe that.
And believe that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Them no care Kamla had built a children hospital and children life fund. They don't care. They want to hear bacchanal. Like we population.
Particularly though, the black population.
But them is the majority of people that is vote.
Yeah, making sure the people understand that. Eh?
So what Rowley and them win on with in 2015 election is bacchanal. They didn't win. And what said he come with this whole propaganda about email gate? That email gate thing was a whole lie that he make up. And the media run with it every morning on the papers and on the TV.
Yep.
And the people buy into that.
Yep.
When they realize not true, but they don't win the election already.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one thing they know they have, let me tell you, and I'm telling you UNC this too. If only don't understand how people is thinking Trinidad and Tobago, they need to get some kind of psychiatrist or call me or something because I fully understand the media.
So therefore no
elections are not. Listen to me.
Hold on, because now what you have is Kamla Persad-Bissessar tackling. That must not say Kamla. Government tackling 1% eater food financiers elites. You think she understand it now for real, boy?
I don't know if she understand it, right? But I'm telling you this: if you don't have the media on your side, you cannot win the hearts of the people.
Okay.
Right? I'll let you know one time, you know. If you don't have the media on your side and the media fighting you, you have a very hard fight. Right? Don't get it twisted. People in Trinidad and Tobago just take chain up. You can get them ham, lamb, jam, and thank you, ma'am. Right? When they hear anything negative, they just run with it. They like bacchanal. They love it. Oh, so that she do? She drinking rum and she do that. They like them thing. They find two weed when she plays it. They like them kind of. It don't have to make sense, you know. It could be lies. They just want something to talk about. And negative bacchanal, they love it. Understand what I'm saying, you know? Because we into that why I say we cannot stupidity. We cannot slow. But only in Trinidad, Tobago out of that, them Tobagonians smart. Them, you can't come and tell me them back and talk. Come and tell me that. Where you get that information from? Who you talking to? You see that?
So you know, Star Sub just said that they coming after we. That was Star Sub, you know. They're coming after we.
One thing I like about the online, you can talk loud. One thing I like about the online, you can talk loud. And if you still want talking so now, because we online, we're not on radio. Yeah, I can talk all I can talk here now. I can talk like on the podcast. Right?
I like this video too.
You like this one? Yeah, I know you're gonna like this one. Right?
I feel like we was your friend. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Ghost.
I feel like
Ghost. My brother Ghost, boy. Rest in peace, Ghost.
Ghost are just enabling Heavy, you know. Tell them,
Heavy. Heavy, go there. Don't go there, Heavy. Heavy, go there. I'm sorry, I gotta work by that boy.
He was enabling here. I like that. 1624911, 1624911, 1394491. Let's go with it. Yeah, let's go with it. Call out live.
Gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Heavy, a lot of people I realize in Trinidad don't know the story about Bernadette James, you know.
Yeah, boy.
And they need to know that story.
Hey, oh God, not today. It's some other day. We're going to get that sometime tomorrow. So we have much time.
Yeah, we have 1 hour
right?
again. 1 hour again.
All right, brother.
Let's go. 6224911, 6224911, 3944911. Somebody say careful.
So you say careful.
Careful.
Yeah.
I say the same thing. Careful.
We're going to pull on the YouTube?
Nah, not that boy. Gladiator not here, no. Caller.
Good afternoon, Brother David.
Yes.
Yeah, brother.
Brother Heavy, and Trinidad and Tobago. And
Yeah.
Brother Heavy,
Yes.
don't forget that when Rowley went up the hill to the meeting,
Mm-hmm.
you want to know which one of the hill he went up?
Yeah.
He went up the Calvary Hill to be Jesus. And when he came down, he come down with the 10 Commandments.
Here,
And you
white.
see why it is. Stuart Young wasn't elected, but selected.
Yes.
How about I say, brother? Good show.
Yes,
Brother,
brother.
I love
Hold
you.
on, hold on now. Not you, for heavy. Hold on now. Stuart Young, they think we were ready for a non-black prime minister or something?
Let me take the calls out. Hold it
That's
just so.
something for
Hold
something.
that thought.
I'll hold on. I'll come back to your thing.
Hold
Caller.
that thought.
Caller.
and David.
Oh God, next one. Go ahead, next one. Go ahead, take it on. Go to Baby Trump or something. I mean, we had a good rapport. Oh God, even I come and dismantle everything.
No. He was just coming to say some kind of outer time and thing, and then
I
he
leave
leave
it
it
there.
there.
Oh no, I thought
I
that was
leave it there.
I thought that was the other one.
And let me tell you something, David Welch, do not cut the callers. You need to control your emotions a bit.
We have a good rapport.
Let them come and try. They have to try. You understand why I just did here? There's very few talk show hosts can give that. Why not do the last hour and a half? You know? Look here, know they know what I talking about. He opened my eyes too because I teach. He understand. I make sense. Caller.
You want to talk?
No, but you know I'm making sense. When you think about it, you know you really making sense. I watching the face. Wow, you really making sense, boy. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, hey, the three guys with Club 88 besides Ramesh was Trevor Sudama and Kelvin Ramnath. They were
I was trying to remember.
The foundation guys. And,
Yes.
And by the way, the third guy I was talking about, who was in Grenada, former Attorney General, you know who he is. Call him. My court was good. He happened to be in Grenada.
Yeah, he happened to be in Grenada around that time.
Don't tell me that is a coincidence.
That's not a coincidence.
That is a coincidence. And by the way, I can say this one. Somebody who felt as though he was really important. Carlos John was saying they couldn't find me. They couldn't find me. They're looking for me. And then a former police commissioner, wife said to him, "What the hell looking for you? You something?" So anyway, all right, guys. I'll touch base with you later.
All right,
Bye,
brother.
cheers.
All right.
6224911, 6224911, 3944911. The phone lines are open. Caller.
A lot of people listen to me online, boy.
Yeah.
Caller.
Heavy.
Go ahead, leave it there.
Resilient, you know.
You said they are doing the same thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Keep out the money. You see how the truth has come out, Heavy? I would leave it there.
I never say that. We talking about, boy. When I said they are doing the same thing now, I talking about the PNM, you know.
Correct. And the propaganda.
Ah, Lord,
6224911, 6224911, 3944911. Phone lines are open right now, Trinidad and Tobago, so time to call in.
You must know if something making sense. You must know if something making sense.
I
Think
want to
about
about Stuart Young, and I still wanna hear your opinion there.
I don't really want to tell you
Yeah,
what
but they took away. Well, not to take away. They took away because Keith Rowley could have never win the election again, right? But given us Stuart Young, they knew they were going to lose the election anyway.
David Welch,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're trying to make sense of that, right?
Yeah,
You're calling on
understand
line? All right, good. I always try to tell you, David Welch, right? And I go teach you something today, right? Because I don't like self-praise, right? I don't understand self-praise is no recommendation. But to have people who see me and say, Heavy, you're the guru at talk show host right now. You're the talk show guru right now, right? I don't give myself no praise. Man, see me, Heavy, boy, you the guru, boy. You be baddest thing since Gladiator. I don't give myself that praise at all. Right? Because anytime anybody tell me that, I get frightened because they kill Gladiator. Me want to kill me.
Yeah, they
right?
execute him. Yeah.
Yeah, they execute him. Right? For talking.
And I watched an interview this
right?
morning. But go ahead.
For talking. So,
yeah.
I am saying to you, David Welch, anytime you're seeing things posting on the media, you're watching things in politics and anything, don't ever watch it for how you see it. Don't watch what is in front of you. Watch behind. Right? It's like you take out a photo of somebody in the promenade. Click. And a busy day. Somebody pose up and you take out a photo. Click. And the person pose off. Right? And the first thing you're watching is the person in the picture. Watch what happening behind the picture. Watch the people who crossing the road. Watch to see if a man thieving something. Watching the background. Always watch what the average person not seeing. That situation was Rowdy and Stuart Young, and that move, right? I have sit down and bust my brain as to why the hell he will do that. Why the hell did he do that? And why did he gerrymander and try to use loopholes in the constitution to put this man in power? And I tried, and people tell and say they want to bring a new, and I say no, it's not that. What is the reason? Why first thing? Why he's stepping down? Why he's so eager to step down? And why Stuart Young? Why not Marvin Gonzalo? Why not Penny? Or why not this one? Or why not the boy Mbert? All that Mbert more senior, he junior. You keep questioning. What's the reason? Right? And then I say, Abby, you're watching it from, you watch it like you're playing poker. You understand? The man showing your hand here, but you gotta watch what you have behind. You understand? You always watch behind. Who tell Rowley to step down? And who tell Rowley to put Stuart Young?
And the big boys.
This is where I'd ask. And I'd ask, why? Right? Two things they know. One, they had to lose the election. Because that is a repertoire. That is what they're accustomed doing. Mash up, right?
And rebuild.
And leave it for somebody else to rebuild. Let it catch your aunt, uncle, and then for the next 5 years, and then come back like a hero. We go fix it. Them can't fix it. That is the game, right? But this Stuart Young move now was kind of like somebody trying monkey wrench in the engine. You understand? How you just stay the course? You're done not popular with the massive. People don't like you. You're not popular. Take care when the popular vote in the party. You understand? It has internal fighting. This one don't like it. Have a penny. You understand? Why just out of the blue say what? I step in down and I go and put such a. Why not stay the course until the end? Why run? Why face the election, pose under the people and then vote and you know? And then step down. Why? Why you put Stuart Young? Who's not a seasoned politician? He's not really liked by the people. He's not a favorite of the masses, the people, especially the people who support.
Yeah.
Then I realize.
What do you realize?
That was to make sure the loss.
The PNM lose?
You gotta understand something, you know. The worst thing that could happen to the PNM was to win the 2024-25 election, you know.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
That would have been the death of the PNM. Because this 5 years here, they had no plan. They had nothing to. How we gonna remember us borrowing money to keep the country afloat and borrow money to. You gotta understand the game. That there was to make sure that no. Right? So ask yourself, why as soon as Stuart Young was appointed, and as soon as he appointed his cabinet, he new cabinet, he called election. He'd even stay a month, a good 2 months, and say, let me see if I can You know? No, that was the plan. Understand? It was the plan. That election could have called before. They could have called a snap election.
Rolly want to legacy intact.
Understand this game. I don't understand this game, boy. I don't understand the game. The game.
Rolly say, ain't no way all paying this loss on my head. But it's unhuman. No, but that's crazy, though.
There's something else I didn't want to say.
Say
online.
it now.
I cannot say it because I'll be speculating, and I do like to speculate.
Then play a disclaimer.
No.
Play a disclaimer and say the views of X, Y, and Z, man. Go ahead.
I just believe in order not for him to be incriminated for something that happened, he stepped down.
Under Trump and them? It's the Trump thing.
That mark ain't bust yet. But I know it's something big. Right? Right? And that step down move happened after the US election when Biden lost and when Kamala didn't win.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You understand? Watch how the politics play now.
Yeah, the geopolitics was big that time.
Yeah. Because they was praying for Kamala Harris to win.
Mm-hmm. And she didn't.
If she did win,
Rolly would have never stepped down.
Never. He'd have never stepped down. You know why? He and Maduro would be dancing in Macarena. He and Maduro would be dancing in Macarena.
I think so, you know. I think so.
You understand what I'm saying?
Certain administration went
and then
hold on, because they open up another can day because a certain administration wanted, you know, a Maduro gone.
Right.
One of them pour out a bounty but never do nothing about the bounty.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow our pipeline was also in the mix there too.
Correct. Right? And the promise, they knew if the Democratic Kamala Harris administration had won, right, they may have gotten the drug and gas deal off the foot. They would get the sanctions removed and things like that. Yeah. Right? Also, that little click up the island, all them rowdy lovers were not the road.
This the story again.
Right?
This way. Oh God,
they had already made these with Maduro. Right? That if these things could kick off, they had the plans how they were going to eat
the Caribbean
chain. Yeah. All of them was going to eat. Remember, all of them was eating, you know.
A centipede kind of thing.
Yeah, all of them was eating from there, you know.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
You can remember they corrupt.
Of course.
And in order to build favoritism of our partners go up the line, remember everything coming up the road.
Yeah.
Not only oil and gas, you know.
Drugs.
Oh, David Welch using David Welch. You are now coming with me. You're now following it. You're now following it. You're now following it.
Son,
right?
I telling you, the Prime Minister.
Hold
on, baby Trump. Baby Trump calling to he's the Trump boy now.
Right.
But the Prime Minister. Hey, Trump, give somebody a list.
but let me tell you something. We don't see the geopolitics in it. That's why I think we're Navy SEALs and all these things. Why you think all this thing will take place with Venezuela was so essential? We don't know what's in the background. I tell you, keep watching the background. When people are talking about only Maduro alone that we neighbor and the thing, you ask yourself, since when Trinidad like Venezuela?
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
We like America for years. Everybody been allies with America.
All right. It means though heavy that I mean no why you have that in front of me now because I go call it, but it means that they don't have the tight grip on Trinidad and Tobago anymore. It's slipping away, which is what was alluded to. Which is what happened.
David Welch. I explained to you something the other day, and I don't want to talk it on radio.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, right? Mm-hmm. The guns don't come to Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
We ship out the guns.
Don't go there.
Right?
Don't go there. Yeah.
You had to ask yourself the question: if drugs coming from Soto come here to go up, right?
Who facilitating it?
Right?
Yeah.
And in order to get those drugs, you had to give, right? Then who have the capacity to import that amount to supply over there. Right? Think about it. They were eating millions. And everybody was getting food going straight up the road because it had to go to the United States and the UK and these places. Right? That is why he come and lock it down. And he started dealing with the boats and them. And that's Trump, because he knew Trump knew what was going on. He understood that if he left that day backyard, if he left his backyard dirty, right, other entities go start to come in. See, he had to clean it up. Why think they now have this something we call it the Shield of Americas. Right?
Come on, that's smart, bro.
What they didn't plan for. Two things they didn't plan for. One, for Trump to win the election.
And two, for Kamala to do what she doing.
Correct. Not
so three things.
Right. They didn't plan for Kamala to do what she doing.
Because that voice note heavy.
And
you listen to that voice
note. And watch me now. Kamala knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Right? Then we go to Baby Trump. Baby Trump online still?
Yeah,
Baby Trump come in.
You will keep ringing. Baby Trump.
I am not speculating, and thank you, David, for saying and highlighting this heavy.
Yes.
Heavy. Thank you.
Yeah.
You remember when he returned from the United States? What was this went over? Everybody said maybe not heavy, but it didn't go over mine. Remember when he returned from the United States? What he said? There was a statement he made. I don't care if I can't or I don't ever have to go back to the USA.
Yeah.
That went over everybody's head. I ain't speculating. And then when Marco Rubio had met with was it Stewart?
Yeah, when he met Stuart Young.
And he said yes. Well, and he said something to the effect of accept my sympathy or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he went to Dr. Marco Rubio. Yeah.
So, people wait for the other shoe to drop. And you know what? The PNM. I asked this question to a guy who think he more UNC than everybody, but he ain't coming back to Trinidad, right? And I asked him this question: which party will benefit more for the Democrats to get back into power? Because this same person went on board, and I know they're listening there. He have a little thing listening there. They go run back and tell him, right? That is it. Is a fact, right? But I say, who have more to gain? The PNM or the UNC and the people of Trinidad and Tobago? This is not a UNC thing. This is a Trinidad thing. Who have more to gain by the Republicans maintaining the power in November? And I said it in effect, who have more to gain if they don't? And he didn't want to answer that question. You know why? Because you know that, just as you just said there, right? That if the Democrats get back in power, it could be business as usual, and they will get away with. And I'm speaking about PNM. They will get away with everything they've been getting away with all these years. So that's how it is. You understand? But that same person I'm talking about, when I asked that question, the reason for it is because he had turned up on his show after he voted, and he came wearing his I voted and telling everybody who he voted for. And I say, that should be private, but I know he'll never make that mistake again, because you know why? He alienated a significant portion of his listeners. You see me? I am pro for what is right, what is truth, what is justice, and what is right to happiness and liberty. Forget party labels. Put your country first. Anyway, guys, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thanks so much. Listen, hold on. Because you open up real cans in, heavy.
David Welch.
It's hard to just
look. It's quarter past 5.
But we not no break.
And up to now,
come to Tobago.
And up to now, I can reach Tobago, right? And I come here to talk about Tobago today, and I came down a rabbit hole, right? And the rabbit hole keep going on and on and on. Stop asking questions. I'm not in an interview here. I am not in an interview here. I talk shows.
I come prepared for that because today is 1990, and I said the best person to talk to is heavy duty. So
right, July 27, 1990. You know how many years now it passed?
36
years.
About About that.
36 or 46 years.
Man, not 40 something.
Not 36 years.
30 something years.
Yeah.
Right?
I ain't that old. You had the calls on the line?
Hold with the call just now, because I realize what Heavy doing here, you know. Heavy beating around the bush because he don't want to go into that thing.
There's certain things left not to be unsaid.
It was said though.
I said a lot today, right? But there's a lot I didn't say. I don't want to say. But you want to carry me down that road, and I don't want to carry down.
Someone said. But if you don't want to go into too much, let me bring up this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring up this. Right?
Don't bring up nothing and involve me, brother, man. Anytime I say I distance myself from that. you listen to me carefully. Buy some pizza, buy some pork. Let me ring a bell or something. Ring something in here. Right? You ain't gonna make them come for me like they come for Gladiator. No, you ain't gonna make them do that. Right? Okay.
You know, I listened to that interview this morning, you know, where you was interviewed by Gladiator. It was for the election conversation.
Yeah. But that one I went up for.
But I
elections.
I don't know what went on with me. I catch myself like, from how Gladiator start the interview to when he bring you in and when he talking to you about, I say, yeah. What kind of mashup program is this, right? It was interesting.
I must say, Gladiator taught me a lot, you know, listening, and you know, he inspired a lot of us to be talk show hosts. Those days, talk show wasn't, and Gladiator was in the time of man like Morgan Job. You understand? And this next guy, oh gosh, from Belmont, what's his name again? Somebody go tell me. He used to have a show too by himself. Right? These guys I used to listen to. Morgan Job, Gladiator, Ricardo Welch. And I don't know why I remember the guy name. He used to have a show on 4.7 on a morning, on a Sunday morning. Yeah, we know. Umbala Joseph. Thank you.
Okay. I know about Umbala.
You don't know about Umbala Joseph?
I know about Gladiator and the others.
You know about Morgan Job?
I know about Morgan Job.
Umbala Joseph was a very good talk show host. Okay. Right? And I must say he had his way and his style. Very well spoken. Very well spoken. But what Gladiator brought is more, he brought across the message with more grit, and with the layman could understand, right? Most of those days, Umbala and them were more intellectuals talking proper, you know, very well spoken on radio and thing. But probably they come from a time when the radio has to be very, very long spoken. But when you well spoken on radio, you like Tony and Dale, right? You get a certain demographic miss because they're not listening to you, because they find, you know, you're not appealing to them in that kind of way. That is why I try my best to song a little more, break down things so people can understand from a layman terms. You understand? Because if you don't reach them, they will never get the message. So if you come and you talk something, you talk Queen's English on radio, and people like,
there's British.
We know.
UK.
What you say? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I saw that already. I know myself working in taxi and have one certain radio station with certain talk shows, right? And while they're talking to each other in the proper English, the people in the cars like, what are they talking about? You understand?
Yeah.
Because they're using big words.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And they're talking to one another. I may understand some of it,
yeah.
But the layman, they miss the layman. They miss the people who want the information.
Right,
you understand?
So, duty. Have you changed conversation duty? That's a new name from now.
Yeah,
go to the phone lines now. You think I stupid. It's not one of them, you know. 62491.
But David, since you came here, I told you have potential.
Yeah, I see your trick right there. You change your whole thing, you know. You said, we can go in there. He started to talk about Gladiator. What's his name?
Umbala, Morgan Joe. Yeah.
To change your whole thing. Because he ain't go in there. Anyway, we won't go there. 62491.
91.1 FM now.
That's when my play a disclaimer, you know.
4911. WhatsApp.
You can play the disclaimer too. But we're not on radio, we're on YouTube.
That's still dangerous.
YouTube?
That's still dangerous.
Any views or opinions
and
expressed are solely
right behind me.
callers and do not represent the policies or official position of Talk City 91.1. Its management
get taken down 3 times. 3 of which was gone, you know.
Off on YouTube?
Yeah, the one when Minister was here, gone. The one gone.
The reporter video with the Minister with Khadija,
Not Khadija.
With
Philip Alexander. That gone. The one after that gone. The one after that gone. I say, but why is this way? Caller, you live. Caller.
Hey.
Yes, brother.
Lawrence boy.
Hey, Lawrence, what's up over there?
You can't forget Pangalanga and Hill.
Yeah. Pangalanga and Hill. Yeah, man.
They must see yes, man, boy.
Yeah.
They're going good.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, 6224911. Caller.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, man.
The fire sale started in 1920, brother.
The what?
Some fire,
The fire sale in Port of Spain started in 1920.
The fire sale?
Yeah, Port of Spain.
Okay. All right, understood. All right, brother. Thank you.
All right.
Caller. 6224911, 6224911,
You realize your partner in call?
Who's that?
Eric.
Yes, listen on radio. Thank God.
Yeah. He listen cricket.
He listen cricket. Stay there. You say no show today, right? 6224911, 6224911, 39449111. So that's the number to call.
Can I talk about Tobago?
Yeah, I was about to change it to Tobago.
But
before we go to Tobago, let me just make sure and say it as a transition. Starslap, go ahead and sit down there. Go ahead, Heavy. Tobago.
I think I should talk about Tobago when we come back on the radio.
But we on socials. It have 1,000 people listening now. So
we have 1,000 people.
Yeah. So
okay, all right. So I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold on. This show probably get more views than the PNM and public.
But we have 1,000 people. We numbers going up.
Yeah. It now 999. So talk to Tobago. Go ahead.
David Welch.
Mm-hmm.
I have gotten an epiphany in Tobago over the weekend. Now I've been going to Tobago sometimes twice for the year, 3 times for the year, for the past couple of years, for the past 4 or 5 years, right? I mainly go for harvest. I don't really go to Tobago to go down in the tongue side, Crown Point, and down by Scarborough and Pigeon Point and down the Boko Reef. I don't go to Tobago for them thing. I know the tourists.
Okay.
I don't go to Tobago to sightsee.
No.
I just go to Tobago to line with the people.
Okay, I don't want to.
Now, I had a conversation on a live, on my first live, about black people not supporting one another, right? And not liking one another. And how we do support. And based on the video you played with me talking about PNM being anti-black and black people don't support one another, we were supporting the other people and these things, right? Right. On this trip to Tobago here, right? Open my eyes.
Right.
It's not a black people thing.
What do you mean?
So I want to humbly apologize. It's not a black people don't like one another and a black people don't like themselves and a black people fighting on their own and all them things. Trinidad black people.
Okay.
Who is predominantly PNM Trinidad black people is the ones who just fight on one another and fight on themselves and fight the black race and fighting everything against black people or black people are nothing. Because Tobago do have that. Tobago is predominantly black.
Correct.
Predominantly. There are more black people in Tobago than anywhere else. And I'm telling you, if Trinidad had at least 20% the mentality of the black people in Tobago, we reach real far. We here, black people in Trinidad, is the downfall of the two islands. We PNM black people. That's why I'm telling you nothing going to come out of the PNM, you know. Not even the supporters, black base, that base at the PNM. They made us. Because people in Tobago, let me tell you something. It's the best at a house you can see building in Tobago. Everybody right now throwing up a little thing. Not in Tobago. People in Tobago throwing up a house. When they go in the village, last year I went and now I come back. Hey, a house building there. Look at a house building there. The people breaking down the borders and building the concrete house.
Yeah, and the island looks better.
Right? And then I started to ask. You know why I started to ask? But where these people working? I can't even build a house in Trinidad. And I have land. I can't even start a foundation. You understand? Then Tobago, they had to ship up all the material over the boat to come up there to build a house. And these people, I mean, like, what a working boy? They got good work in Tobago? No, it's not that. Well, they getting loan in Tobago and thing? Or no, it's not that. Them to believe in loan and thing. Right? You know how them houses building, David Welch? Black people coming together. You don't pay laborers in Tobago, boy. When you go and cast a foundation, the whole community coming by you. You cook a pot of food, you drink about 2 bottles, and then putting down that foundation for you. The only man you might have to pay is the mason who draw the line and who that man, he might have to give you money. And they might give him 10,000, he might say, go back at 2. You understand what I'm telling you? From every bricks going up to your roof, people coming, you know. When you start, your house going and finish, you know. You understand? They might come and say, I run out of ply. I 2 pieces of ply when they come, they go and bring it for you. Hey, the steel run out, but we are not steel. Hey, when they buy 2 slankers, they buy me 2 slankers steel. Man, you keep this steel now, man. I go buy back when I go back down the road. That's how they living in Tobago, right? Why we can't live so in Trinidad? Let me tell you something. The first time I went to Tobago in a harvest was about 10-15 years ago. I met some people in Bell Gardens. Become people in the Bell Gardens. Become Bell Gardens. And when I went, them cooking food by them. Right? So we eating in there and thing when we like cooking and say, taste that. I taste it. What big pot, 3 pot thing to have a video on Facebook with it. When them done, I take a resting later on in the evening time. They say, where we go? I say, where we going? We go in my all the neighbors and eat every house for food sharing. People so eat, you gotta eat so. Food just getting away, food and drinks, you know. You seen Johnny Walker, vodka, just that on a table, beers, big big fishing bin full with beers and take the drink, and people just coming from all over, from other communities and coming to this community harvest and going by people and eating. You don't have to know the person, eh? You don't have to know the person. You just go in and you're eating. And it's all kind of nice meat, goanna and turtle and chicken is, they don't even really eat that one. Pork and you name it. Crab and all kind of thing. Provision, dumpling, roti, everything. They will eat until they're sick. Till they can't eat no more and drink. And I tell my partner TC, who was with me when we went, I said, TC, you think they could have this in Trinidad? I said, hell no. I said, TC, you feel people could keep this in Trinidad? People go dead. And that harvest thing in Tobago is like every month a village will have a harvest. So this month will be Delaford, next month will be Speyside, next month will be Roxborough, next month will be Bell Gardens, next month will be this one, next one. Village, every different village have sometimes 2 villages have harvest the same month. And people go so and then they go down so, you understand? In Tobago. And let me tell you something. Nobody watching no face and tell you, hey, don't come here and check. Wait, you're not coming food, go away. You come back for more food? You want more food? You want food to carry home? You want food in a box? They go full of David Welch, nobody watching no face, boy. You see that love? That's why you can't go on and tell them people not nobody. If you pay them, can go over and tell them people about camera like this and this one that do like we. Them ain't that boy. I say I want to take all my children, pack up everything and go and move to the Tobago. Just for them to experience that love. You see that? People in China don't know nothing about that. Right? And that's why I say they cannot do, PNM cannot go to Tobago and try to chain up them over there. And if we had mentality like them here, we reach real far. We reach real far in this country if we had mentality. And I get to realize it's not black people. It's PNM black people. Who's the problem? With that brainwash where they get. Hating the own. Not supporting the own. Because they get programmed so that they can go and spend the money by the 1%. Everything you buy, your clothes, your shoes, your food, every day, all of a sudden you want to eat. I know people that don't cook. They want to go and buy. They give them my box every day. Yeah. Or if not, they want to buy box the next one. They don't even know all of them is the same person who own it.
True.
They buy their own competition. You know they don't really buy that up there, no?
Thank you, yeah, in Tobago.
How
much, yeah.
You know why?
They'll cook and
let me tell you something. If you in Tobago and you have no money and you're walking nowhere, you can't starve. You get food. You get food to eat every day.
I haven't really seen much homelessness.
You don't see homeless what?
No, that's
homeless. You hungry? You hungry? Bet your bottom dollar. Every weekend it have a harvest somewhere. And all you want to do is go to the harvest and buy your bowls. Just buy your bowls. You go buy one place and eat and ask them, have a bowl there to carry some food. Yeah, no problem. They probably have boop. You put that in a bag, you put it in your car. You go down by the next person, you eat, get a bowl. If your belly full, you just go now and say, put it in a bowl for me. I eat it now, put it in now, eat it later. By the time the harvest done, you have about 10 bowls of food in your car. That last in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you put it in the fridge. Thursday, hot top, Friday. And you eat all kind of different meat. If you want crab one day, dumpling, you eat provision and stew pork, you eat. Because all kind of different meat. Then the next weekend harvest again, you do the same thing over again. How you was starved? Watch me. Another thing too. If your car break down, somebody come in and help you fix it.
Well, you get the
listen. You gotta understand, right? You gotta understand. If my house was costing me $200,000 to build, right? And all I had to do is buy material, right? And bet your bottom dollar, one of my family members is a mason or a carpenter or somebody who do somebody in, because everybody's one family in there. You must have somebody in the family who could build a house or something. Or if not a neighbor or something, he come in and help you.
Yeah.
He come in and help you. And when he had to go and put on any kind of major work, like casting, decking, or and he put up bricks, so he go and put up some men come in. They're just lying and cooking and eating and walking. And they're walking hard. They're walking from sun up to sundown. Some 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the night. They're walking still. And more people just come in and help. For harvest, people is just come by you and help, you know. Help clean, help cook, help season, help pack drinks, clean up everything for your harvest. You have to pay them people and they come in and help you serve and all. Because I love, and when it's them on, you go by them and they do the same thing. It's only we PNM black Trinidad that's stupid.
Chicken heads on them, boy. It's called them the chicken heads on them, stupid.
Boy.
No, we can't have nothing.
And that's why I get to understand this weekend here. Right? It's not all black people.
It's just PNM black people.
It's not all black people. Yeah.
And it's the ones that don't want anything for themselves.
It's not nothing about that. It's not about don't want nothing for themselves. Right? They put we like crab in a barrel to fight down one another. So anytime you try to get something for yourself, it has somebody one of your black brother coming to take it. You ever get robbed?
No.
You ever get robbed? You ever get car stolen?
No. Don't put on money.
You ever get anything thief from you? Like you go to school and thief your pencil? Somebody thief your phone?
Money, yeah, some money.
You thief your money?
Yeah, thief some money from my
who do that?
It was a Susudo.
Alright, then we go to the phone lines.
Hold on. In some breaking news though, just a short while ago, the High Court has ordered the release of Star Sabga from prison. She is to be placed on house arrest. Sabga has been detained at the women's prison in Aruka on a preventative detention order under suspicion of threatening the life of the Prime Minister. Kamala Persad says the ruling was delivered after 5 p.m. today, and this is a developing story. Caller, you live.
Caller? That person in here, that person, I push up the line. The one? Oh.
622-4911, 622-4911. The phone line is open, Trinidad and Tobago. So 622-4911, 622-4911, 394-4911. All right? We hit any phone lines. You have something there? Nothing there? Yeah? All right. Caller.
Yeah, good day.
Yeah, man.
Maybe let me ask you an honest question. You make a statement, right? You say the Trinidadian blacks is the issue. That's your opinion. Fair.
I never say that. I say people just tell me that.
Okay, right. Well,
we're talking about what say I say?
The Trinidad blacks.
You said the issue is Trinidadian PNM blacks.
Right? Yeah. I say that. Go ahead. Right. Yeah, right. Sorry, I thought you were talking about something else.
To the critics who will say that you all are seeing the ills of this government, but because of you all being paid and employed by them, you all quiet. What would you say to the critics who refer to your type of black people like that?
But hold on, who quiet?
We're quiet about what?
You don't talk about the ills of this government, what's going on,
most among time,
and all that.
You talking to me? What ills the government are doing? You tell me what else? Let me hear.
For example, crime not improving. We still have killing going on in the country.
The crime is not improving?
No, not improving.
You had the statistics on that. You know murder's gone down. You know larceny and all these things gone down.
Okay.
So, listen, first thing first, caller. First thing first, right? If you want to come and we could have a debate here, but when you come with facts, right? Don't let me go with he say, she say, we're here, right? And if it's that, I don't really deal with rum shop and barber shop politics. I deal with facts. So if you're saying that crime ain't gone down, you tell me what the statistics is that crime has gone up from since the last administration to this administration, and then we debate on it.
Yep.
All right. So let me ask one question.
All right.
SOE are crime fighting tool.
Is that I don't know if the SOEs are crime fighting tool. I don't know that. I don't know if the government is using it as a crime fighting tool or if it is using it. That I don't have that information. I'm being honest. You can't ask me that. I'm not the Minister of National Security.
He changed the goalpost though. He just said that crime not going down, and now he say he moved when they call him.
See, when I say when I mean crime not going down, right? Statistically, the Prime Minister posted numbers showing there was a decrease.
Right.
But because there's been a state of emergency, you will find crime naturally will go down.
Lie. Because it didn't go down and
just no, wait, like finish. Go ahead, caller. Here we go. Go ahead.
If the SOE is removed, that is the real test. But because we are under a state of emergency,
so
the crime will
all right. So we're in a state of emergency and the crime gone down, and you're not glad you want them remove the SOE so the crime could go back up, so you can say, see, the SOE was that way you want to do.
Well,
It was only because the SOC crime that gone down.
Have crime taking place. So I think the goalposts need to shift to implement mechanisms that could tackle crime.
Oh, so you want crime complete? Okay, you want crime completely eradicated then?
A hurricane tip from the TTT Limited Media Network.
All right, I'm glad we have that point. I'm glad we have that point. No, here I want to ask you. All right, here I want to ask you. Right?
From the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service.
If in 1 year and some months, right, we have seen a decline in crime, right? In the first year of this administration, right, we have seen a decline in crime, right? You say because of the SOE, it could be because of that or not. I'm not speculating with that, right? You are not glad that at least we get a decrease in crime. First time in 9.5 years, or first time in 10 years, we had a decrease in crime. You're not happy for that. You want them to eradicate crime, but they cannot do it, and they admit that they cannot eradicate crime. And they cannot do it in 1 year. You know they can't do it in 1 year based on the level the crime is at. But you still not happy. So then who you want?
No, I'm happy. They cannot do it in 1 year, is correct. But I think they need to implement policies.
But they did implement a policy. Western Korea, they did implement a policy called the Zoso, and the opposition shut it down. The same PNM opposition shut it down, which shows me that they don't want crime to go down. And that policy was set to work in Jamaica. We was going to implement it here in Trinidad and Tobago, and they fight it down.
Now in strawberry lemonade, only 5 calories,
pure
energy.
Right? So you rest my case now. I can rest my case there now. Thank you. All right,
I think they should change our commissioner here. Because like I say, we need a fighting commissioner. We need better policing, patrol, things like that.
Again, caller, compared to the last couple commissioners that the previous government had, this commissioner seemed to be doing pretty well. We had earlier who used to tell it to go and pray. We had a next man who was soon doing nothing. We had one who was sitting down there. You really trying to play smart with foolishness.
Like Gary.
And this very good. And the said government remove him. The same government remove him for doing good. So then you should.
Bring back Gary then.
Yo, that is we're not going down that rabbit hole. I'm not going down the rabbit hole, right? Thank you, caller. Thank you. Yeah, man. Thank you.
Pleasant good afternoon to the panel.
Yes, good afternoon,
right,
brother.
I'm jacking in the headphones, so just listening. So all you know, I see the big baby at the station. So the program is going so good, and so many people are blowing up my device that I call the producer because it wasn't looking like it was going to get the squeezing the Tobago. So I call the producer, being the big baby that I am, and I tell him, I say, yeah, what? I say, sir, it had to roll over into we thing today, you know, sir. He say, Adrian, you know the rules. I say, yes, sir, but oh God, you know the people asking for it. He said, Adrian, this is a one-off thing. I said, we go take it. So, if you want to stick around a little bit and roll over,
oh Lord, unfortunately I can't.
You have the access to.
Yeah, I don't have the access to it. I can't today.
Okay, then.
Right, the reason why I woke up about after 2 this morning to leave where I was to reach down to get board.
But listen, I real
sleepy.
I streamed till 3 o'clock this morning, plus I had to come here this morning and now I had to come back this evening, so I rose too.
Find out Thursday, July 30th, 7:30 p.m. at the Southern Academy for the Performing Arts.
Ad playing on the stream?
How Miss Afro.
Somebody said ad playing. Yeah, ad playing, fellas.
Ad playing. Director upstairs. Check it now. We getting ads on the stream right now. And you know we don't play ads on the stream, so.
7 remarkable young women, 1 prestigious.
Something playing in the background.
Y'all check the stream now.
Join us on Thursday, July 30th at the Shaw
that was
Park
happening a bit
Complex
this month.
for the Miss Tobago Heritage Personality Competition 2026. Themed Daughters of Dreams and Dreams. Witness Khadijah Lovell, Rochelle Frank, Michelle Williams, Nakia Gardner.
Why is Talk City 91.1 91.1 FM, the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago, because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sarah, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, all of
Yes.
you live locked on radio now.
All right, people. So until tomorrow, we'll be back here, same time, same place, right here on Talk City 91.1 FM. I know you guys enjoyed that show today, especially people online.
Yeah, bro.
Right? Because we were online for most of the show. We only come back on radio now. But tomorrow, you know what I find? We online.
I got
right?
everything.
And I think we have to pay me more money for online because I'm not talking all I talk for no ad, no nothing. I can't get a break, my throat can't get a rest. Nobody buy a little beer for me to drink, a little punch inside, nothing.
But
anyway.
So Heavy Duty return from Tobago, for those of you joining us on radio right now. Heavy Duty return from Tobago, and you bring back some for me, but you ain't getting none. Don't look at it too hard now. Don't look at it too hard.
If you don't give me a piece of sugar cake in this.
Nah, you can't get none of this.
Heavy from this fat man.
Heavy bring some from and then heavy take it and go. They all I have, right? You ain't getting none.
Nah, I gotta get a piece out of that, boy.
I get a little thing, right?
What do you mean?
I get a little thing.
I gotta get a piece out of that.
Alright, people.
It have a reason why I gotta get a piece out of that. No, those were three off yet. It have a reason why I gotta get a piece out of that. I will be able to tell you.
Take that piece.
Yes, no. Nah, just one little piece. I will tell you. Nah, man, this ain't help build nobody's house.
So anyway.
Until tomorrow, we'll be back here, same time, same place.
We still don't have radio tomorrow, people. We on social tomorrow.
We're on social tomorrow too,
Until Wednesday, right? So
until Wednesday, yeah.
Join us online live at Talk City 91.1.
Yeah, on the radio you'll hear cricket, right?
Yeah, cricket only.
And if you want to hear us, go on the YouTube.
But Eric, you need to stay on radio. You know, you're online.
Yeah, Eric is a cricket man. He like cricket.
Stay on radio. Alright, well, keep shooting for the stars and everything that you do, Trinidad and Tobago. If you can see it, you can 100% be it. The moment you choose to give us the moment a new star is born. Up next,
people saying it at 6 yet. You don't know where they're going in.
Yeah, ads, boy. Up next, Obi and Kingsley, the Big Bad Wrap Up Show. We out.
The place.